Okay, today we're going to do our second part of our Word introduction. Today we're going to be focusing on a news article and formatting it in several different ways. So again, you'll need to go to my page on the Salem Schools website, and again that's at www.salemschools.com. and you're going to open up a document. One document is the news article project. This is your instructions. This will tell you exactly what I need you to do and how to construct this article. And then the second one is the article itself. So when you open it up, it'll look exactly like this. Okay, this is the news article, and we're going to go ahead and start formatting it the way that we need to. So one of the first things you need to make sure though is anytime you do a document is you go ahead and save it. And it's already got the title of Teens and Their Teachers at Odds Over Social Media .doc. So you can go ahead and leave that title. If you're doing it at home, obviously you're going to be needing to save it on a flash drive so you can bring it in later to class to turn it into me. So just go ahead and save that with that title, and that'll make it alright. Now, after you go ahead and save it, the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to format the entire article. Okay, the first few formats are going to be the entire article. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and select it all. Well, that's just simply with the shortcut Control A. As you see, the entire text has been selected. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to change the font to Times New Roman. So I can just go right up here, click on the particular text that I want, and change it to Times New Roman. I just have to scroll down. It is in alphabetical order, the different fonts. So if I go down, I can scroll down like this, or say I'm at the top here, I could just press T. It takes me, this is one of my recently used fonts. Typically, if you haven't been using it, then it's going to take you right down here to Times New Roman. So I'm going to click on it. Still leaving it highlighted. Now I'm going to change the font size to 12 point. Now I could go up here and I can use the down arrow and I could change to 12 here. I could use these the grow font right here, these buttons, if you will, the icons. This will increase it, this will decrease it, or I can also do where it's shown here. You can do the Control plus the greater than sign, and it increases my font as well. There. Sorry, I had some key issues. Alright, so the Control Shift and the greater than sign, that will take care of that. Alright. Now, the next thing I will need to do is I'm going to format the text to a 1.15 line spacing. Well, I could go to the paragraph arrow right here. What that'll do is open a whole big another window, and it allows me to manipulate the paragraph any way I want to. As you can see, this line spacing is here. Or I could just simply go to here, which is a nice little shortcut for you, where you can click on it and then go to 1.15. And you can see it does spread this down. Alright. The next thing I want to go ahead and do is you will go to the top of the page, and we're going to click on the layout ribbon. So I'm going to go to layout, page layout right here. Okay. Then you will change the orientation to landscape. So here's your orientation. This is just simply telling you, do you want to keep it straight up and down, or do you want to turn it sideways, which is landscape. So in this case, we're going to turn it sideways. And that does show this. Now it does make it 2 pages as of right now, but that's no problem. We'll fix that here in a second. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to change the margins to a narrow margins, or a 0.5 inches all over. Now your margins is this white space all the way around your document that does not have any font in it whatsoever, or does not have any text in it whatsoever. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to margins and then 0.5, and it says narrow, and it's all the way around. So I'm going to click on it. And as you can see there, now I'm back down to one page. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to change this into 3 columns. We're going to make it look like really a news article. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go right here to columns. We're still in the page layout. And I'm going to go from 1 to 3 columns. So now I have what looks like a news article, something you would find in a newspaper. Then we're going to go back to the home ribbon here. And we're going to, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click off here so we can get rid of all the highlighted area. And what we're going to do is we're going to bold the title. Now we can simply, with our mouse, do this, or I can put the cursor at the end of the last word of what I want bolded, and I can just push up, do Control and push up once. That would take me at the beginning. To highlight, what I need to do is go Control Shift and then go down, and that'll highlight the entire section that I need highlighted. Or I can go to the end of the section that I want highlighted and do Control Shift and up, and that highlights that. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go Control B as in bold, and that bolds that. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is find the word Facebook in the first paragraph, highlight it, and I'm going to bold it. So I'm going to go to Facebook, which is right here. Again, I'm going to do Control Shift, and I'm going to go left arrow this time, and then I'm going to do Control B, and I have that done. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and underline the title. Again, I'm going to do Control Shift, and I'm going to go up arrow. Now, I'm going to underline the title. This first time what we're going to do is we're going to go to the icon up here at the top. These are all your formatting icons for the font. You can go and click the U, which then highlights it. The next thing I'm going to do, or you can do the shortcut. In this case, we're going to go to the word Tumblr here. That's after Facebook. Again, Control Shift. I'm going to go left arrow. And I'm going to do Control U. And that underlines it. Okay. The next format that I'm going to do is italicize. And this time I'm going to go to Teens Hate Censorship, which is in the second paragraph. Now I'm going to show you. You can highlight multiple words doing Control Shift and then right arrow. And if I do it once, it highlights teens. Do it a second time, highlights hate. Do it third time, it highlights all 3 words. And all I'm going to do is go up here at the top again, and I'm going to press the I icon, and there you go. It italicizes or it slants it. It's a little bit different look to it. Then what I'm going to do is go in a third paragraph, and where it says unbridled, I'm going to go ahead and italicize that word. And again, I'm going to do my Control Shift and right arrow, and I'm going to do Control I for the shortcut to italicize. The next thing we will do is we're going to change the word alarmingly to a synonym of the word, and it's found in the 5th paragraph. So we've got 4, we're actually going to go right here, alarmingly. I'm just going to highlight it real fast. And we want to change this word to a synonym. Now, it doesn't matter what you use, but as long as it's a synonym. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click on it, and then you'll see down here towards the bottom, you'll see synonym. And it comes up immediately with several different words. Now if you want more words, obviously you can go to the source and pick it out, but I'm just going to go ahead and put chillingly. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color of the text government approval to the color red. So I go down here, government approval right here, and I'm going to change the font color to red. but you can find the font color right up here at the top. Again, we're dealing with the font, so we're going to stay in this section called font. And right now it shows it as a red underline right here under this A, which means that would change it to red. But if it was a different color, then I could choose this down arrow right here and then go choose any color that I want. But in this case, I'm going to go and change it to red. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the end of this article, and I'm going to just press enter once so I can have a space in between the article and what we're about ready to do right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type the following words. Teachers, press enter. Then I'm going to do students, press enter. Then I'm going to do parents and press enter. Now, what we're going to do with these is we're going to highlight these words and we're going to bullet them. Where you find the bullets is, once again, this is like dealing with a paragraph, so we're going to go to paragraph section here and right here at the top. Now I can simply click on this right here and it bullets it. Okay. Now if I wanted to choose a different kind of bullet, then I got all these different ones. I can also define a new bullet. Okay, and I can come up with my own bullets if I want to. So in this case, since I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and choose something a little bit different and choose that one. Now you can choose any bullet you want. It doesn't matter. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to type the words Facebook, Tumblr, and MySpace. And again, where I put that extra space, I'm going to go ahead and press enter again to keep it separate from those, because if I were to press enter right after this, it shows a bullet right there. Okay, now I'm going to Control Z that, so I don't want that there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Facebook, press enter, Tumblr, press enter, and MySpace. I'm going to press enter again so I can keep the space, so I can keep everything separated. And again, I am going to, I'm going to go ahead and bullet these in a different kind of way. Okay, I'm actually going to put these as a number. Okay, so I want to number these. This is 1, 2, and 3. Well, again, right up next to the bullet icon, you can go right here to numbers. Again, if you just click on the numbers, it gives you the numbers. Now, there are different ways that you can number things, obviously, and you can also change the list level, define the new number format, and set the numbering value. But let's just keep it simple. We're just going to choose our normal one right here. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab a icon, a Facebook icon. Now you can simply just go to the internet real fast and you can Google search Facebook. What I'm going to do is type in Facebook. As you can see, it starts pairing. So I'm just going to go ahead and do Facebook, and I'm going to go images real fast, and I'm just going to grab one of these real fast, and I'm just going to go ahead and right click on it and copy it. Then I'm going to go back to my document, and then what I'm going to actually do is paste the Facebook logo. Okay, so I'm going to paste it for right now right down here. I'm going to do Control V. Now, it is a little large, so I'm going to double click on it, and that shows me my picture tools for formatting there. And I'm going to go ahead and resize this, okay? And I'm going to decrease the size here. Now I can do it here. I'm just going to do it right here real quick. I'm going to try to get this, I want it small, so I'm going to go 0.5, okay? So I make it a smaller image, all right? And I'm also going to go ahead, and one of the things I want to go ahead and do is I want to make sure that I don't want it just in with the text, because right now if I go to move it, it's with the text. Okay, so I can make this so that it's not in line with the text. I can go ahead and make the text wrap Right now it's in line with the text. I can make the text wrap in front of it, so that means I can move it and it shows that it's on top of it. Now if you notice there's a little text box that's popping up there, that's a simple fix. That's just saying that's a link to wherever this icon is. Really don't need it. It's just pretty much annoying, so what I'm going to do is right click on it, and then I'm going to go ahead and remove the hyperlink there. Now as you can see, I put my mouse over top of it. It does nothing to it whatsoever, so there's nothing there. Okay, but I wanted you to see there's different ways you can put this text wrap. You can put it behind it. If I move it here, you'll see the words are over top of it now. Be careful, you don't want to put it right behind it, because then it'd be hard to get to. See, now I have an issue getting to it if I'm trying to go here. Well, I can do, now I just grab it there. I can also do Control Z to move it back to where it was. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go back up to here, and I'm going to put it in front of text. Okay, and so I wanted you to understand what the text wrapping feature is on the Picture Tools format. Okay, now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I also want to move this. Now let's say this is important that they see the icon within the article. Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to put it next to the Facebook. Now when I do that, when I put it next to the Facebook word, obviously it covers up words. Now this is where you need to put the text wrap back to, we'll just put it in line with text. When I do that, it's moving it there, but I'm going to go ahead and you can see there's a little bit of a light line there that's showing that's where you're going to put it. I'm going to put it right here at the end of Facebook, and that creates this image where it shows that it's in line with the text, and yet it's still one page. It does move things down, but it moves it within still within one page. The final thing is you've done all the directions, you've done everything that you need to format this article. The final thing you need to do is you need to do Control S. You've already saved it once in your files, so instead of going back on File, Save, or pressing this icon up here for Save, you can do just simply Control S, and it will go ahead and save it from there. I hope that you have been able to follow all the directions. If you do have any questions, bring them in when you come into class the next day, and I'll be more than happy to sit with you and answer your questions.